are in a sentimental relationship and you are a team, you can meet a lot of problems. Coach, what are you talking about? Well, typically in a relationship, you have to be in touch, in tune with the other person's feelings. So if you're a team, you would seem like a real jerk oftentimes.
Also, you're never in a relationship.
That's the other side of the story. For example, I have a wife, beautiful wife. I'm sleeping, it's 2 o'clock in the morning, she wakes me up. Honey, I want to talk. Something is really on my chest. I want to talk. I looked at the time, 2 o'clock in the morning. The T and me would be like, woman, let's get back to bed. We can talk about this in the morning. You will be looked at as very insensitive. Straight up. But I weigh and measure. But maybe to a fault. I don't know. I don't know if it's to a fault. Hey, it's my wife. 2 o'clock turned into 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock turned into 4 o'clock.
Wow.
4 o'clock turned into 5 o'clock. And after 5 o'clock, I can't sleep. I have to wake up at 5:30, 6 o'clock. But I was a high T, but I weighed and measured. I say that to say, no, use, those who have ears, let them hear. If you are a T, business as a T, it's good for business. But you have to weigh and measure. Things happen that you also have to be, you have to have empathy. But not too much. You will lose money. If you're typically in a relationship, who here is married? Okay. No, I'll leave it alone. I'm itching. No, I'm itching. If you are an F and you're in a relationship, weigh and measure as well. Weigh and measure as well. A lot of us don't overly use your heart. Listen to your heart. Yes, but not too. It can lead you astray oftentimes. But it's the nature of a sentimental relationship. All right, I'll leave it as that. Touch and go. Weigh and measure. T and F. How you make decisions. Do you use your heart? Or do you use your reason? Anyone has anything to say about this?
I use both of them.
Use both. You have to weigh and measure. Time and place. There's a time when you have to use F. Leading a team, you have to also be engaged. Know the temperature. Know what they're going through to be able to motivate, to be able to be on this side, encouragement. F is useful. That's correct. Oh, children siblings. You need to use, I would leave, go there. You need to use F. And T as well. Our children. Enough said about that. Now, so you have to weigh and measure. Okay? Very important. If you're leading a team, I assume that's what you're doing or that's what you're going to do. Please know where you stand. If you're overly emotional, or if you're overly rational, weigh and measure. Remember, we're dealing with people. Please. There are some people as well. I don't know if it happens to you. Let me test the temperature. Have you ever met someone and then off the rip, you don't like the person? It's like a funny vibe.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't spoken to the person at all. You just around like
Romeo
Jen, rub you the wrong way.
In your face.
To your face.
On the nose.
Who has that happened to? Rub you the wrong way. Interesting. Now, touching them. I said, you know what? No, I can't have a person. Just like that, I just wrote them off. So I tried to use and connect to that particular person. And woo, that was a roller coaster. My intuition was right. My intuition was, oh my gosh. That whole interaction throughout time was very rough. I am not saying to not use F. I'm saying it's also very important to use your intuition. There's a time and place. You may oftentimes use your introversion and watch. And watch. And see what that person is up to, the actions. Instead of just jumping into a relationship. All right, I'm done with that. Jen. Jen. What's Jen?
Judging.
They say I am 28% judging.
Oh my.
Go ahead.
Before we leave TNF, like how do you balance TNF when it comes to business? Because once you come, let's say you're dealing with your siblings, you got a lot of feelings.
Talk a little bit louder.
I said, how you balance TNF when it comes to your business? When let's say we're talking about feelings,
Right.
When you're dealing with siblings, you got like a high feeling.
Yes.
When you go to your company, you know that's going to transition over. You know what I mean? It does.
Okay.
It messes up your balance a little.
Okay.
And you naturally are, because you just more. You know what I mean? After interaction with your wife,
Okay.
you know you're going to be more sympathetic. You're going to transition over. Adults are going to transition over.
Okay, I see where you're going. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
To a certain degree.
Okay.
Yeah. How do you use that?
So I have a remedy for that. I look at myself as wearing many different hats. One person, yes, doing a lot of different things, but I wear different hats. I assume different parts of myself. Not being bipolar, no, but there's a time and place. So for my kids, for my wife, and for my wife, yes, I look at the situation, understand the needs, and work accordingly. More with my business, I know at the end it's bottom line. So with touching down, but with that, they also know where I stand. So typically, 3 strikes you're out, and they know it off the bat. So it'll be easy. So I already manage expectations. So it'll be easier for me to be a team. Now you also have to engage, know what they're going through in order to really motivate and inspire. You need to know what moves the person. You need to know why they're there. You need to know their reason for being here. Was it a kid, a family, maybe whatever it is. You need to know that. And you really need to encourage your team. Move them forward with that in mind, oftentimes. F. But remember, the end game is business. And if you measure expectation, look, if you mess up to this degree, 1 is a warning, 3 is a write-up, 2 is a write-up, 3, if you don't have a really good excuse, you're fine. So the bar is already set. So it's easier for you to really initiate your team. Got it? So I wear many different hats for many different circumstances. It calls for that. Leadership calls for that. I have been involved in north of 20 different executive level positions in college. I'm talking president, vice president, treasurer, I'm not talking about membership. I'm not talking about being a member. I'm talking about leading, building student organizations. 20 plus. A lot. A lot. Been all over the world. A lot. Outside, inside. A lot. And if at schoolwork as well, taking a lot of different courses, 18, 24 credits, a lot. How do I do that? Because I wear many different hats. In my mind, look, I'm a student now, so I'm present in that situation. Here I am now learning organic chemistry, comparative physiology, intro to business. This is what I need to know now. Focus, zoned in. Anything else right now doesn't matter. That's important. Go ahead.
One more thing. I have a question to talk about. Do you feel like a sense, when you do that, do you feel like a sense of losing yourself?
I nearly reached that point.
Huh?
I nearly reached that point. So remember I said I was a 47, close to 50%, well, more preference of tea. So, and you know, it called for that. I was managing a team of 23 people. Very young. And it calls for you to be a team. Especially when they're very old. Older than you. Very older. And it reached a point again that I saw I'm good in math and finance. I wasn't really math. Finance, it's different between math and finance. Anyway, that's not good. So I saw everyone as a dollar amount. I knew everyone's worth in dollar amount. I know if you're late, how much it's worth. I was that. So, I'm for real. So, with that, you can lose your soul. Serious. Like, in the realest way. So, I had to step back out of the situation. And one of my mentors said, wow, Chris, woo, you can be a good CEO, but being a good human, like, work on that. You know? Straight up. And now, I took a step back and I said, well, you're right. You're right. So then I went into coaching, consulting. I went into teaching. And now I'm able to use my experience to help others. I'm able now to roll up my sleeves and to get really where I like to be. More with people. Instead of in an ivory tower, just giving commands. Only looking at the dollar bill or the ticker. So that's a case where I nearly lost myself. And if I didn't have a good friend, important. If I didn't have a good mentor, important. It's not a journey for yourself. It's very important. Imagine if I didn't have a mentor. Oh, would I have a wife? Maybe, but she would be, yeah. So that's why I was fortunate. So that's why I said before, make sure this journey is a journey together. It's a journey together. I will not be able to finish my master's degree in 1 year by myself. I had a group of people. Sometimes I couldn't be in one place. I said, Joe, can you take those for me? I have to. And when I came back, hey Chris, awesome. Serious. Can you imagine if and what's interesting about where you are right now, I was going to say this, but my God, if you realize now, I'm being very organic. No PowerPoint, I don't know if you realize that yet. Just down to earth, that's really getting into the nitty-gritty. Now, if I didn't have mentorship, well, let's not even go there. Let's not even go there yet. When you're starting a business, when you're moving forward in your career, self-improvement. Now, understand, everything you do involves people. Everything you do involves people. The earth is filled human beings. Correct? It involves people. Understand that when you're a leader, you have to connect with people. Now, you may have the inclination to, I hate people. Is it the person you hate, or maybe their personality?
Their aspects.
Or how they deal with you, how they interact? Maybe it's more on a, not the person, but their actions. And you have to be able to really peel that off. That's a whole different subject. But most of the time, how I got my edge is because of the people that I met in college. I strongly suggest that you don't know everyone in your class, or be a person that people knows you. When I first, now this is a long time, I did a case study. Who is a business major?
I'm starting on computer.
So listen up, listen up. So there was a case study, Deloitte and Touche case study competition. Deloitte, top Big Four firm globally. Now, I had a team, and we were competing against many different universities and colleges. I was the lead letter. Listen carefully. Listen carefully. If you're on your phones, bad idea right now. If you're eating, you can sleep. Now, for me, I wanted to do my best. And the team that I had, I wanted to make sure that we're a tight-knit team. We studied together, we presented together. On that day, we delivered, we won the competition. We won. CUNY, we won. Now, very interesting. Now, the advisor, the faculty advisor that was helping us get to the point which we were now winning the case study competition, I did not know she had her own business. I didn't know. But I was focused on being excellent. And she was watching. We don't know who's watching us. But we're being watched. We won. 12 months later, she said, Chris, have you graduated? Congratulations. I am looking for someone to grow my business. What do you say? Oh, okay. What does that entail? Here's what it entails. That's what she said. I want you, the person has to manage Maine to Virginia, the entire northeastern corridor. Understand? I just fresh out of college. Whoa. So if you're interested, name your price. Okay. So I did my research. I said, okay. Foolish me. Well, I don't know if it's foolish me. I said, I want $250 an hour. That's my negotiating price. No, that wasn't my price. It's just if she said no, I had to. I could find it. Wrote an email, things were writing, whatnot. She accepted off the bat. $250.
She knows.
You make it work.
I said, I should say $500. She didn't negotiate. I thought I was negotiating here. Starting very high and working my way down if that was the case. No problem. All right. Let's have it in contract. It's in contract. Start off in just like a half an hour, 45 minutes. $250. $250. Out of college. The work was hard. Challenging. I had to travel a lot. Maine to Virginia. That's cool. Maine, close to Canada, Maine, to Southern Virginia. A lot of travel. Money was good. Right? Right. Out of college. Now, you hear what she said? Could have been better. Could have been better. Now,
What would you have done now that you?
well, nothing. Meaning, no, I wouldn't have done anything different. I think a year and a half later, I was engaged. I was traveling every day. Hardly saw my wife. Well, not wife at that time. Fiance. So, weighing and measuring. Should I continue this lifestyle, making a lot of money, or tone it down and have a balance? Guess what my decision was? Have a balance. Have a balance. A lot of people would not have done that. A lot of people wouldn't have done that. There was a situation where this top bank had a mentor there. He said, look, just off the bat, we're talking. He said, are you seeing someone? Do you have a significant other? That's kind of a weird question. But he's my mentor. But all right, yes. Yes. I said, well, matter of fact, we're engaged. He said, look, if you want to work here, you will be married to us.
Ooh.
That's what he said.
Get rid of her.
He didn't say that. You heard that? He said, get rid of her. But he was assuming. Now, the wager was if I wanted to work in this particular line of business, in 2 years I'm making $1 million. That's what he said. $1 million. In 2 years. If what? Now, I had a choice. Engaged to get married. There was no double. You work 18 hours a day. You're on your bed working, and the phone rings. You have to pick it up. Whatever you're doing at that point in time, you gotta leave it alone. Stop in the middle of what you're doing, and go. And go. Many people in that line of business burn out in their 30s. Hint, hint. What would you have done in my position? You know what I've done. What would you have done? These are like to see. Go ahead.
Now, if I were in your shoes, I know my value. I know what I have in mind. There's a chance of that $1 million in 2 years. I may not reach it in 2 years if I step away from that business. But one day or another, I may reach the $1 million that I want in my life. So you get married to work 24 hours a day, like the whole year, like for the next 2 years, 5 years. Like, at the end, you're gonna be miserable. Like you're not gonna have any life. Because the $1 million that we're looking for, the end of the game is happiness. You go happiness.
Well, guys, deep. Happiness. What? Money is happiness. Right? Right? Money equals happiness, right?
Wrong.
I wish that was
Wrong.
the case.
No, but what I'm saying is, you want to have your money and have freedom.
I got it.
Own your own money and be able to like doing things that you want and have a peace of mind anytime.
I got it. So, hold on. What do you have done? Wait. What do you mean wait? Wait.
Measure and wait. Twice.
Weigh and measure.
Pros and cons.
Okay, but in my position, there's no wrong answer. I'm not going to judge you. Hold up.
No, he's not listening if you love the job or not. That's a key thing.
I love the
You
job.
know what I'm saying? Like, if you love the job.
A job like that is not about love. If you come to the right person,
You really think about it doesn't matter?
you're a trader. You're an equities trader. Round the clock, London, Paris, Australia, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, you are doing your job. Hong Kong, you can talk. Oh, but you're in New York.
Even the front class.
Forget. Well, anyway. So what have you done?
Your sensei, are you willing to wait? Can we do this?
They don't wait for those
Are you
decisions.
willing to wait?
No.
Am I willing to wait? So, all right. Listen up. Woo! Would I ask my fiance to be married in a few? No, that's. Clock is counting down. Honey, are you willing to wait? You know what's funny about that? Because after I guarantee, and I'm happy that I had a long-term view. Because the Christopher, the Coach Brown now, after that job, whoa, you talk about losing my soul? Huh? That was level 2 of soul losing. Like, after that, you work 18 hours a day. For 2 years. You come back. You think you'll be the same person? Huh? Give me this now. I'm hungry. You snack. Because you're always under pressure. You're always. So waiting. Okay, but what? But you'll be a totally different version of yourself. One more person. What have you done? I want to hear this. Did the job. You can't do both. You can't do both.
Oh, well, you can't get married and do
So you said, honey.
Lo siento mucho.
Yeah. So being engaged is pre-marriage. Like
Am I wrong?
you are married, but don't have the ring. You would do the job. Okay, that's cool. You'll do the job. Understand that.
But it's temporary though. It's not forever. You know what I mean?
It's not. Okay, yes.
Like, I'm
Why not?
with it.
Okay, so what were you done?
Thinking about it, I probably said, I mean, it's going to change. It's going to change.
So wait, hold on. Don't confuse. Leave it. Hold on. Are we good with time?
I said, the moment we start our life together, now we starting a journey. So understand that life won't change, and it's part of the process of. Now, I mean, we both. The end of the game.
Turn it in.
The end of the game.
Hold on. Let me ask you a verse.
Now, I mean,
Would you take the job or not? My guy with your G. Will you take the job? That's a team.
It's
See
a
that?
yes.
I'm saying she got to understand that it'll be a team.
Would you take the job?
Like
Yes.
Okay.
It'll be a team. I mean, she going to go do something for 2 years. I'm going to understand too. You know what I mean? Like, it's a process. Life happens. You know what I mean? That's how I'm going to look at it. I'm like, life happens.
Okay.
I would ask for more.
Judgment free zone.
I would ask for more money though.
Okay.
I definitely would.
So you would go ahead.
I think when you sit down and think about it, think about the food and think of what is the advantage, what is the disadvantage. Your life is involved, your health is involved, and
Correct.
a lot of things involved. So you got to think about your health is more precious for you. Your health is your life. So there's a lot of risk in it. So you gotta think about those things and just forget about the money first.
My guy.
All things is not, everything is not money. You know what I mean? So when you think about those things, I think it's not good to take that job. Because what about if you take that job, you get the money, after 2 years, you know the same as you were.
You will never do this. You can't.
But how can you enjoy the money? How can you enjoy the life?
No, go ahead.
So you're not going to enjoy the life after you change.
You say that, too.
Yeah, but you're
Like,
watching
what if you
that.
like that life? What if you like traveling? Like you like the job?
Okay.
I
But
mean,
you're not even gonna enjoy
So-
traveling.
So leaders, hold on. Leaders, there's no right or wrong answer. But there's a choice to be made. Now, weigh and measure. Because these are real life. Go ahead.
What about French? French, they work less and they are more productive. So if you gotta stand on vacation, for example, I got a job and with 3 days, right? Serve the serve people, 7 people, and I work for 14 hours every day. And I got 4 days off.
Woo.
Right? So I'm feeling okay, I'm working. I'm in a sunset after 12 hours of shift. It means if you work a lot, you get a sunset, how to rest after.
Yeah.
After. Next day, you don't recover at all.
That's true. And leaders, listen up.
You understand?
The clock is 18 hours.
Yeah.
We're not talking about prepping. It's a difference. You work 18 hours a day, but there's also prepping that's involved before your day. There's also traveling before your day. Literally, you're around the clock. Go ahead.
I say that when offers like that comes to your life, you have to think twice. Because when someone asks promotion for something like that, it's because that person is seeing your potential. So if you spend all your potential in someone else's dream, what about you? Because
You heard that?
you can develop something.
Talk a little bit louder. Let's hear it. Did you hear what she said?
You can develop something by your own
Right.
that is for you and your family and can be higher than what that person is offering you.
Correct.
So, but if you get that job, they get you tired, so you not even to think more in the team and work for them. So there's a phrase that says, if you don't work hard for your dreams, you are not working hard for everybody else's dreams.
You guys are woke. Okay. Moving on. This is cool. Anything you have to say?
It kind of reminds me
Uh-oh.
of that ancient story where it's some guys fishing in Mexico and then this other business guy comes and he's like, why don't you get a bunch of fishing boats and then you'll make a business out of it, have some workers, you'll tell the workers what to do, and then at the end you'll retire. And he's like, well, why if when I retire I'll just be doing what I'm doing right now and I'm happy right now.
Guys are woke. Okay. Now, Coach is not saying to don't accept $1 million opportunity. Did I say that?
no.
I did not say that. What I said, Coach, what's your name? Xavier. What I said was to weigh and measure. Oh, very important. Can we move on? This is awesome. Jay, still here. Judging. What is the flip side of judging?
Perception, perceive.
What's the flip side? What's the flip side? Perception. They said I am, what was it?
28%.
28% judging. What is judging? It's judging, hey, I don't like you, because I saw you doing this. Is that what judging is?
No.
What is judging? In this case,
Founding your decision.
I like that. This column, structure. Structure. With the information you have, with how you make decisions, how do you implement? Now, this is a tricky again. With judging, you're a person that's, in order for you to move on to something, you have to finish that particular project goal. Very structured. If you have a room, you align these pens in a particular way, someone move it quarter inch, who touched my pen? You know. Serious. Go ahead.
Hold on, 'cause I have 47-inch down, okay?
47 judging?
Yeah, but I'm not that crazy.
What? Hold on. Typically with J, you look more at the end goal rather than smelling the roses. Talk to me about that one now.
The finish line.
The finish line
It's what's important,
is what's important,
not the road.
not the road.
Not the road.
The road will take different ways. It's just keeping you focused on what you're doing. And
Yep.
all
That's
the
correct.
road.
The J. Who's the J?
Right. 37%.
37%. Oh,
38.
38?
Oh.
Now with perceiving, remember there is no right or wrong personality type. But listen carefully. With perceiving, typically a very laissez-faire